Disclaimer, this video is purely an opinion, don't take it seriously, but you should. Hey guys, of course, Quack here. And this is the first time I'm opening Borderlands Royale in Season 10 after the bug fix update. So what I kind of wanted to talk with you about the state of the game today. The game itself is epic. I like the concept a lot, and that's a fact. Though, as the game aged, it kinda started going downhill. And it's not now that it started going downhill. It's been kind of a while. Not on my perspective, but on the average one. I mean, yeah, the game's still growing and growing in popularity, speaking of downloads, etc. Though community-wise, it is kind of tough. The situation is tough. I have often situations when I will see just someone mad about a certain change in this game. Sometimes I could agree, sometimes I wouldn't, and I will simply explain why I don't agree. But regardless, I usually appreciate every single bit of opinion anyone has, as long as it's constructive. I do not like feedback that is simply criticism straight up and doesn't have anything to it. There have been cases of this actually bad criticism, but well, not everyone is the same. Gotta respect that. Well, no matter what happens. There are sometimes painful moments when I actually have inside of my mind agree to the actual criticism I find. I mean, there are better words for some people to use the criticism on, but even though the choice of words isn't the best, those people are actually right in some cases. My thoughts about the game right now are basically going downhill as well. I used to love the game like it was my son. I used to play it as much as there was no tomorrow. Today, it's something like this. Oh, there's a new update. Guess I'll see what's new. I'll play 5-10 games and then I'll stop. That's something I didn't actually expect to happen, because I was having high expectation of this game. Oh my god, this guy's gonna kill me. Yep, he killed me. The reason my thoughts about newer and newer updates are becoming less of a hype are mostly because of what is actually included in these last updates. It's all about the updates that have been happening recently. I somehow start not enjoying anymore what's new on this game. There is some common sense that usually the developers of a game have, and they actually follow it in terms of deciding what to change in updates. But sometimes I feel like this is missing on Future Play. Like, I believe they do have the common sense, but not quite the right one. Because they pretty much have had the same opinion about, for example, pay to win as all of us. Pay to win is something that I have assumed wouldn't be fitting into the game, because a battle royale is mostly meant to be something where there's random chances of anything happening, and you just gotta deal with what you have. Oh crap. Especially the latest update. This is probably what has generated a lot of madness in people. The fact that you can buy consumables before starting a game, it gives you an advantage over those who don't buy that. And it's very clear actually. You can just buy this and have an advantage over others, which have to find a consumable instead. And that's probably what made people most upset about the new season update. There have been also other little things that contributed to disappointment in this update, but this is community-wise. In my opinion, this update is pretty cool in terms of mostly balancing. I love the balancing that has been done. Though I agree with the community on the fact I do not like the new pay-to-win feature. Speaking of, consumables in the battle shop. I assume not everyone likes that. And I don't blame them. I do not like that either. I'm not hiding even that. And I'm just saying that because there have been a few issues between community and mods. Always saying, mods are simply biased towards Future Play. They listen to Future Play every time, in every case, and they blindly agree to everything they say. That's not true. I'm a mod, and you probably will laugh at what I just said, but that is not true. I don't blindly agree to everything Future Play says. Future Play is someone we need to protect in most cases, because that's basically the job community moderators have. We are kind of doing everything in Future Play's behalf. We are acting like we were Future Play, but we're doing this. We are actually, mods exist because Future Play cannot do this alone. Cannot deal with thousands of people that have different opinions and situations. This game wouldn't have gotten to this point without mods. The game would have died much earlier without us. We are the ones who forward the bugs, the suggestions, the fan art that the community sends. We forward every single bit of feedback that is relevant and is useful. And this is how we got here. Though not every bit of feedback is actually what is implemented in the game, and that's noticeable. Like, no one really expected this consumable system. No one suggested it. It just happened. Which probably arised a common problem from the community saying they don't listen to the community. That's what the community usually says about Future Play, in cases like this one. And I mean, no one really expected this change. But after all, it's their game. They're allowed to do anything they want on it. No matter what the community says, devs are allowed to do anything they want in the game. Like it or not, it's like that. Though it is true that the game would have become much better if there was a stable relationship between devs and community. Though sadly this hasn't happened. We don't really have the best relationship ever, which leads to the common statement, devs don't listen to the community. True that they don't listen every time, but we do the best we can to make every relevant, good suggestion happen. We're doing our best job. Moderators, same as devs, don't really have the best relationships. We also kind of have troubles with the community. and we actually have more of them than the devs themselves. Because we usually are the ones that have to deal with most of the rants people have, for example, on the Discord server. If someone is flaming the devs, which basically means criticizing them without having a valid reason, or maybe having a reason, but not explaining it well, or simply coming to quick conclusions. And when we are there to act, we gotta get involved in this, and there can be issues in this. To me, being a community moderator is cool a lot. I like being a moderator. I like how it's working. Usually, in between the team, it's very cool. It's being in the moderator group is basically like being in a family. Though there are some pains you have to endure while being a community moderator. For example, being involved in waves of hate, or not really hate, of criticism, more like hate, because criticism is not yet straight up hate. These waves of criticism can be true. What they say can be true, and I don't believe that, and I may also agree to that. But it's kind of a tradition for us moderators to try to keep the chat calm, the situation as calm as possible, and keep also a positive atmosphere so everyone enjoys their stay. It's something really hard to do in some of these situations. For example, I've seen some memes about making fun of the devs, and on my side I say, yeah, it's true. On the other side, I must protect them, not because I'm biased, but I protect them because it's kind of part of my personality. I'm basically doing what my personality tells me. Of course, future play is not right every time in everything they say, but that doesn't mean the community is always right as well. They have points sometimes. Maybe not sometimes, just part of the times, but not every time. And going back to the memes I was speaking about. These memes often portray how the devs are the evil and they never listen to the community, etc. And sometimes I may agree to those mild memes, but when they're kind of the powerful kinds, I tend to disagree, because it's not that bad of a situation. Though people continue spamming those memes like there was no tomorrow, they keep wanting to spread the message. Personal opinion, if you don't like the game, leave it. Don't get flaming, don't spam criticism without having a proper point to it. If you don't have any ways with which you think you could, like, if you think that the game is bad in the state right now, suggest a change instead of just giving up and saying, yeah, these are trash, delete this game. No, you haven't even deleted it yourself saying that. You could have left the community if you didn't like the game, but no, you decided to stay and decided to insult devs. Maybe not directly, but you still decided to flame on them and decide to keep adding to the web of criticism that we already have dealing with. Just seriously, if you do not enjoy what you're seeing, leave. I'm not saying leave because I don't want you here, but it's common sense. If you don't like something, why are you still here? And have this pain of staying here. Like, to me the game isn't a pain, but for sure it can be for those who hate it. What I think is they probably stay because they expect a change that's gonna suddenly revive the game. And I like their hopes. But while you're waiting for this hope to happen, you do not need to spread the hate everywhere. Just be constructive about his feedback. Tell something useful about it. If you have a cool idea, post it. If you have like something that you believe will fix the game, post it. We have appropriate channels for that. We have hashtag bugs for bug fixes. We have hashtag suggestions for your ideas. Oh, I got disconnected, oops. By the way, I'm speaking about the Discord server alone. There might be communities watching here that are sitting on Facebook, Reddit. But this applies pretty much to everyone, no matter what. There are places where you can just suggest changes to the game. Suggest them. Prove your worth. Prove that you actually want to make this game better instead of giving up hope and blaming devs for it. If you're sitting here and hating on the game, why so? That's my main question here. The kind of people watching this video right now about they might probably think right now, Quack, what you're saying is nonsense. If I hate the game, I deserve the right of opinion. Yes, I do agree. Everyone has an opinion and is allowed to share it. But now, let me tell you something. Opinions are widely appreciated by... Common sense tells me an opinion is good if constructive. Try to make your opinion stand out in a positive way. I don't mean by that you must congratulate the game for what they've done or something, no matter what you think about it. But if you have a negative opinion, try to make it sound solid. It needs to be something that people will remember and take it positively, understand it. So let's make an example. For example, I personally don't like this pay-to-win system, and probably no one else does. If it was straight up bad, a bad way to construct this opinion would be something like this. Why the hell did Future Play add this feature? Are you stupid? What have you done to the game? You don't even listen to the community at all. You just keep on adding bad stuff and ruining the game. That's what I usually get to hear. And it's not necessarily what you need to actually say. Try to make it constructive, as I said. My version of this opinion would have been something around, something about this. In my opinion, this feature was a bad idea. I hope this feature might get removed in the future, but this is definitely not the way devs should go if they want to improve the game. What I said is pretty much the same, if not almost, of what was the more critical one. Both me and the critical version have the same opinion, but we explain it differently. Try to explain it my way or in a similar way, and you might get actually listened. I like what you often get to hear. A bit of thinking to the opinion wouldn't hurt. Actually, it will benefit. Just think for a little before making an opinion. Make it articulated, make it accurate, like make it well structured. How can I say it? And if it is, people will appreciate it. People will follow you. But not if you get to swear and blame whatever for a single thing. I personally really hate when I see feedback like this. I'm trying my best to make this game better, and that's why I applied for moderator, and that's why I became one. And I aim to keep staying on this game until it has an harmonious aura of happiness. I don't know how to say it. I want to satisfy everyone in this game. At least help in doing so. Because I'm not a developer, so I cannot make wonders happen. But I can help in that. I'm not one who directly decides the updates, but I'm one who can help in making these updates actually happen. And you guys are the ones who fuel this. The game depends mostly on you. Because there's this common mindset about people expecting the devs to believe, like, listen to the community. If they must listen to you, you are the ones who must convince the developers, like, to have a proper statement. You cannot just blame have these seriously negative and offensive opinions. They won't listen to those. It doesn't make sense. Just pretty please change your mindset when it comes to making opinions. This video is mostly about my message to those who actually criticize in not the best way here. I didn't really cover it fully, and I think I'll repeat myself. So, in my opinion, the game is going downhill, and I'm not hiding that. I think I already said this as well. Season 2, around that time, updates were incredible. Community was seriously incredibly hyped, waiting for the second they would see the update button on their store to update the game. And they would be incredibly excited to see and try the new features. For example, I'm referring to Season 2 especially, because mid-Season 2, the Fuchsia Play released the Halloween update, which basically made the map nighttime. It was probably the first time there was nighttime in this game. And it was cool, actually. It was a cool sight. They also added a new weapon, which was the Scar, and they added golden weapons, along with golden crates. And this was probably the biggest and best update ever added to the game. That's why everyone was incredibly hyped for it. But as time was going on, updates started kind of lacking. Yeah. They started to become less of updates, like there started to be less content. The content started to be of lesser quality, which started generating this wave of criticism in people. And genuinely, I also started thinking the same way, but not really on the critic side. I'm more of a neutral guy. I still do think the game is becoming worse over time, but I do not think devs are not listening to the community or stuff like that. I still believe in devs. They might make the perfect change the community could have been waiting for. I'm patient and I will wait. I basically said my overall perspective of the game. But you might probably be asking at this point, why am I still playing it if I'm going downhill on the opinion of it? I'm still playing it because most of my channel is based on this game. This game is what has grown good part of my channel. I started making Badlands when I had like 150 subscribers, maybe 200, maybe even 100. And I got now, here, and this is where I am now. 100 subs, 1,000 subs later, I'm still here. Oh my god, is this guy T-pose? This game has made me go and reach this goal. And I'm still intending to sit here. Some people have been telling me, you should probably change game. This is not the right game you should be going on. And I agree to you. I should probably change game or add more games to my channel. And that's what I started posting about in my community tab. Making polls about whether I should change game, to which game, and what people think about those games. I have made a few videos about Battlegrounds recently. I like the game, I like the concept, and I probably am willing to actually implementing the game fully on the channel. But there's this thought I always have in mind. What about Badlands? What about most of my community? Most of my subscribers, of course, follow me because of Badlands. Maybe not really because of Badlands, but because of my editing. They appreciate my editing, and they stop, and they want to see more. And that's why I bring them. Though I must disappoint you guys. Badlands is not gonna be the only game. And I kinda have a question right now for everyone watching this video and following me. Why do you still opt for Badlands when most of you have a negative opinion about it? Most of you tend to say Badlands is dying. You should change the game. But still, on the polls, majority of you still prefer me as a Badlands YouTuber instead of one with variety, which will make more games such as Bullet League, Zuba, Battlegrounds, eventually Brawl Stars. Maybe not Brawl Stars because Brawl Stars is probably bad as it is. But I still don't know like why people keep opting on me making Badlands content. I guess I'll have to derail you. I have to have my own say about it. I will not make only Badlands on this channel. I will make other games as soon as I can. Because making only Badlands doesn't get me the reach I need, which is most likely the reason I've been underrated for the most of the time. For example, let's say Game on Tom, for example. Badlands isn't the game that made him famous. 8-Ball Pool is. Before Badlands, he used to play a lot of 8-Ball Pool, another game, and that game got him to like I think that got him most of his subscribers. Like 2/3 of 3/4 of his subs are from 8-Ball Pool, and the rest is from Badlands because now people follow Game on Tom because of Badlands and because he has most of a lot of subs. But the amount of people that are actually watching for Badlands is less than the amount of subs tells. Badlands alone won't give you the subs. I personally think I need to make more games so I have a bigger reach. That means if I get more, for example, if I made Badlands and Bullet League together on my channel, I will get people from both Badlands and Bullet League subscribing to me. Not only Badlands, but also Bullet League. So this is my mindset basically. So that's why actually I'm deciding slowly to make other games. So more people come to watch me because I make content on more topics than just Badlands alone. I think guys, that is pretty much all I have to say about this rant. I may have not covered every point in this video, but I think I have covered most of them. So I hope you understand. I hope you change for the better. And thanks